Hello, what is up? How is everyone's weekend going? I hope everyone is having a good Sunday. It is nice and toasty here in the southeast of England today, which is nice after the cloudy and wet week we've been having. So I'm glad. Sweet Money, Kiesel, Runa, good to see you. Eddie, what is up? Good to see you. Hope everything is well. Nice to catch your stream again. It's been too long. It has been. I've missed your streams. I hope everything is good. Good and productive. Usually being away from streaming means being busy. Or chilling. Both are equally good and important as each other. I kind of just woke up today and I was like, I don't know what to stream. So I'm gonna try and tackle something that's been on my backlog for a while, which is basically creating a Twitch extension. It's been on the to-do list forever, and I've seen snippets here and there, but I kind of just want to go through the entire whole process, which I've not done before. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to do that. Let's see. Is this the right one? This is. Okay. Oh, wrong screen. Yeah. It's 10:30 a.m., so it could be better, but such is child rearing life. Yes. This is the responsibility you undertook when you decided to bring a human into the world. But this is a phase. You could create some cool art for the software and dev and send it to Twitch. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the what do you call it? The software, and I mean, it's nice. I think it's just the text is a bit big, but I do like the colors. I will admit, the purple is nice. It makes because the title, the title of the game pulls from the box art, and the library I'm using for it, which I think is, actually I don't remember what it's called, but it like extracts the brightest, most prevalent color, which is the purple in this case, and it's a nice shade of purple. I think it's the Twitch purple. I don't know. The text at the bottom is a bit big, but other than that, it's pretty cool. I do like the minimalistic art. I've been moving house and getting a new stream room back up and running. Nice. That's exciting. I've only ever moved house once in my life, and that was that was an ordeal. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the new stream room. Totes, what's up? We're in. We are in. Hopefully we're gonna be in. I don't even know what kind of Twitch extension we're gonna make, but I think we're just gonna make a super basic Hello World one, and see where it lands us and what happens. I don't know. We'll see. Not a huge fan of, I think it's Internet Game Database. Started playing with it last night. Searched for Minecraft, and the first result is Minecraft China, and screenshots are all like 800 by 600. Oh no! Yikes. I kind of want to do, I kind of want to use Internet Movie Database, IMDb, because the descriptions that they have for their games are more about the game, like lore itself, rather than the game itself. I think I already mentioned that, but it's like some games it will come up with, like Destiny 2, for example. It's like Bungie third person shooter recently went free to play, whereas I think Internet Movie Database goes like the city of blah 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 has fallen, and the army of blah 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 is advancing, or something like that. It's more like about the story rather than the game, which I think I feel like is a better description. But I haven't got around to switching it. I guess I could maybe combine both, because I don't know if Internet Movie Database has the other details like software, like genre, and I guess it would have the developers, and I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they should kill the science and tech one and put the old logo on the new category. Maybe. I think science and tech is more about, I don't know. There's a lot of other streams on there where it's not necessarily programming, it's more like automated streams. I know there's like there's a live earthquake detector, which is pretty cool, and it like shows a visualization of earthquakes around the world, and it just runs 24/7. I think streams, and there's also like farm cams, like owl cams and chicken cams, where it's just like a camera, 24/7 camera in a feed. But I guess you could put those in the always on category as well, because there's an always on category where it's just 24/7 streams. So I don't know. I do think it was nice that they put in a separate field, a separate category for it, and they also added a JavaScript tag, which I haven't added to the stream, to this stream, but that's nice. I don't know if they added TypeScript. Probably not. Andrew, what's up? Twitch extensions, huh? Yes. I've said I wanted to do it forever, and I never got around to it, so I'm gonna do it. And we're gonna see how far we get. Because I think this process in general has been streamlined now, so it might be possible to do it. We'll see. Extension 101 tutorial series. Trigger fire extension by the end of stream or riot. Oh, that could be sweet. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we do have Triggerwire. All I need to do is just send the thing to Triggerwire. As a storyline field on Internet Game Database, it's probably similar. Storyline, yeah. Sounds like the right field. Which current Twitch extensions are you inspired from or inspired by? I don't really know. I think just the idea of having a direct interface on Twitch, like that's accessible on the stream itself or from phone, is pretty cool. And I want to just see what you could potentially make with it. One extension that I did have in mind that I wanted to maybe try building is basically I have a interface. It's somewhere on my website, but I haven't made it live. But it's a drawing canvas, and you can draw on it, and then you can send the message, and it will pop up in chat. And it's only available to subs. Let's see if I could maybe turn that into an extension, because then that way, anyone who's subbed can basically bring up the extension, draw on it, and then send a picture, and it'll show up in chat or on the screen or something. So maybe we'll make that. I don't think we'll get that far. I don't know. We'll see. Science and tech is meant to be about ASMR fart streams and a 24/7 feed into a chicken coop. I don't know if I've seen any ASMR fart streams. Sounds pretty... I guess, I mean, I've seen people being positioned. That's like a thing, isn't it? I don't know. It's interesting the kind of things you can find on Twitch these days. Borderlands 3 was the first extension I was a big fan of, an extension that gives viewers a link into the game being played. Ah, yeah. Definitely, if I was making a game, which I've tried multiple times. Well, I don't know how hard I've tried, but I've definitely had a go once or twice. But if I was actually making a game, I would definitely want to have like a Twitch extension. I think that's kind of where one thing that Twitch does well over the other streaming things is like having drops and game integrations. I don't know how well games work with like other things like YouTube. But definitely Twitch integration is like a thing that that people get excited by. I've definitely been looking into YouTube integration, at least for Triggerfire, and their API is just not the best. It's all quota based, so it's just Google wanting money, which is annoying. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like, because I think at the moment bigger bots like Nightbot and Streamlabs and Stream Elements get a free pass just because they're bigger bots, so they don't actually have a quota limit. That's a whole other thing though. Penis pics everywhere. Yes. I've always wanted to build an extension, but I literally can't think of one worth building. Maybe you could maybe you could make an extension of your instant replay thing. Oh, that could be interesting. I mean, actually, I was gonna say, like, having a button where it's just clip would just be the same as the regular clipping experience that you already have on Twitch, but I guess the instant replay thing would actually show the thing on the screen at the same time. So yeah, who knows? Maybe it could just play inside the extension, because that way it wouldn't actually be on the screen itself. But I don't know. I mean, it could be an interesting exercise, at least. One thing I'm not too sure about with extensions is how scoped they are. Like, can you just limit them to certain channels? I think you can. It says you can locally test your extension. Well, I guess we should just jump in. Create an extension. I've never done this before. Two-factor authentication we already have. Fine. Create the extension in the console. Go to the extension developer console. On this console, you can start the process of creating a new extension. View and clone your extensions, manage specific versions. Oh, they have a versioning system. That's neat. That is neat. Log in with your Twitch ID. You should see a page like this. Let's do it. Oh, I'm not signed in. Wait, I'm on the wrong browser. See. I'm going to try and also be conscious of keeping everything readable, so let me know if it's not easy to read anything. Extensions of front-end experiences, yeah. Leaderboards, oh, leaderboards, mini games, polls. On their channel page is a panel. Yeah, that's the other thing. Do we want to make it a panel or a video overlay? Because those are like two things. Lord Alpkin, what's up? Hello. Good to see you. Personal emote counter for each user. That's also an idea, like an emote tracker. Because I'm pretty sure extensions have access to chat and stuff like that. I think you can by just leaving your extension in dev, but if you publish it, it's available to everyone. That makes sense, yeah. New data will appear each day. Oh, this is the developer analytics. Start an extension. Exciting. Creates your extension as an API client, reserving it for use on Twitch. After you provide the extension name, you'll be able to then create your first version of the extension. All additional information will be auto-generated by our system and can be later managed by version selections of your extension. We got you. Name of your extension. Your extension cannot include any form of the words extension, Twitch, or glitch. 40 characters, 25 recommended. Never know the compatibility with mobile devices. Overlays, so I just go for panels. The current panels are just images, but you can make it extensions instead. Ooh, what if we made an extension that's like a panel, that's like a description panel, but you can put in like images. And then you could just add, can you add multiple versions? Add multiple of the same extension? Because that way someone could just could recreate all of their like bio panels as extensions, and then you could put in like GIFs and videos and stuff. There's no compatibility between mobile and overlays. Video overlays are cooler, but I have less inspiration, even less inspiration for one of those. True, because it's like on the screen. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the video overlays, because most of the time they're just blocking stuff that I don't want to see. And then my first instinct is just to turn it off. I guess if it's like a game integration, it's probably... I'll give it a pass. When building overlay extension that asks you to make a mobile version, most folks just mock up a panel clone of the overlay. You're limited to 3 total panel extensions on a channel. Oh, okay. I guess that doesn't really help then. Haven't seen anyone have multiple of the same extensions. Huh. Yoga also, what's up? And Papa, it's good to see you. Hello. Not a big fan. Hope you're both well. You make a GPU stock tracking extension. I don't need to subject myself to that nonsense again. I already have the GPU. It's been so nice not having to keep up with the GPU stock crisis anymore. Like, I was literally losing sleep over that when I was just getting all my parts. Like checking stock at like 3 AM in the morning. Oh, so good to not have to think about that. I'm going to say most Twitch users don't use panel extensions because most Twitch chatters don't read the panels. That's not based on any study, just a gut feeling. We could make a poll on Twitter and see if people prefer video or chat panels. That might be interesting. Why? I think let's. I don't know. Is this unique? Hello world. I guess we can't. Can we? Is this? Okay, I feel like this is unique. I feel like we can't just write anything we want. We can rename them afterwards, right? I don't know. My first extension. Alright, we can't write the word extension, I forgot. Uh, If year is less than 2025, stock equals 0. True. Or just, 2099. I just noticed your stream team name. Love it. Oh, wait, what is it? Oh, Subspace Highway. Yeah. That's Scribbs' thingy. He's a big fan of the Scott Pilgrim movie. And I hadn't actually seen the movie before I joined the team, and then I watched it afterwards, and it is an awesome movie, so I'm a big fan as well. I use the sound alerts panel and the videos use it. Yeah. It'd be interesting. I don't know. I can't even, we should have come up with a thing before we started. I don't know. This is an extension that I made while streaming. True. That would be a good... What do we... is there a company? We should just create an extension that generates extension names. How awesome would that be? Business name generator. Twitch extension. Next. Internet and technology. England. Well, I have no idea where this came from. This looks like a sponsored thing. I can't use the word extension in things, so actually this was a bad idea. Honey, I'm a Twitch extension. That's actually amazing. I think we should go with that. Apart from the fact I can't use the word Twitch or extension in the actual name. 2077. Yes. That is probably more accurate. That's an idea. There's not going to be any stock until 2077. Are you doing this just to learn the base code? I guess so, but I don't know if I don't want to make something and reserve it by accident and then it just doesn't become available to use anymore. Because I think that happens with client client applications. I should just call it something random. Hello World 001. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is it. This is our... I don't know if you're supposed to see that or not, but... There. Create an extension version. Add version, number, type of extension you want to make. Channel, video or mobile. Honey, I'm a TTV plugin. Genius. We should definitely do that for the next one. If we come up with some base things you want to learn, we can retcon an app from that. Yeah, true. I think what we can do is we'll just use Hello World as our playground. And then when we come back, we can create an actual extension. So we should just use this as our playground. We should have called it something like playground. No, it's fine. It's fine. What do we want to make? I guess we'll just make a panel for now. We should start simple and then we'll see where we get to. Summary. This is a summary that you can read. How awesome is that? Description. This is a description that you can read. How awesome is that? You should download and use this, or you should activate this extension because I said so. Viewer summary. Viewer summary helps understand what your extension does. Wait, what's the difference between viewer summary and just summary? Summaries are viewable by streamers and viewers throughout Twitch. Viewer summary helps viewers understand what your extension does. This is a viewer summary that you can read. You can interact. I'm just curious to see where these summaries will pop up in the flow of adding an extension. So I'm just going to type in some random stuff. You can interact with this extension to do stuff to the stream. Author name, Curse Inc. We'll just call myself the author, and the author email, and support email. Do we need to add those? We don't need to add those yet. Okay, that's cool. I can add those later. So, I guess this is our... Oh, yikes. Our thing. My initial thought was an extension that displays your GPU temp, but if you wanted to also learn about user interactivity, it wouldn't work. Oh, right, yeah, it's the secret. GPU temp, that could be interesting. I mean, wouldn't it need to somehow communicate that? Wouldn't I need to, like, have something from the PC that's broadcasting to the web page? I wonder how that would work. Can panel extensions have HTML, CSS animations in them? I believe so, yes. I believe extensions are literally just web pages, like iframes. One is displayed to the view on your profile page, the other is displayed to streamers who want to install your extension. Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So status, look, we're in local test, hosted test, in review, approved and released. Okay. So I think the furthest we'll probably get is hosted test because we don't actually want to send it in for review. We just keep it in dev and that way we could just use it on our channel only. Version details, name, summary. Okay, that's what we just did. Oh, we can do a category for the extension, the general category. Streamer tools, loyalty and recognition, schedule and countdowns. Oh, countdowns could be interesting. What about like a subathon timer? Could be interesting as well. I don't think I've seen a subathon thing do it as a extension. Viewer engagement, polling and voting, music, games and extensions, extension for games. Games and extensions, extensions for games. Oh, right. Like, so have a mini game inside an extension or have the extension for an actual game. Okay. Image assets. Okay. Cool. Monetization. I'm not really interested in this at the moment, but it's interesting to see anyway. Enable extension to obtain a viewer subscription status. Oh, this would be useful. Because if we wanted to make a sub only thing where it's like, hey, if you're a sub, you can draw a picture and send it to the stream. And we only want to offer it to subscribers, and I think we would need that. Otherwise, we would have to use the Twitch API or something, and I feel like this is probably a more native way to do it. We don't have to do this for this extension specifically, but I'm just curious to see what's involved. And as an extension to viewers users subscription status, not subscribed tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3 for the current channel. Okay, yeah, this is pretty standard, I think. Just confirming you're an affiliate. Can't enable it though. Oh, we need to do the onboarding. Okay, that's fine. It's whatever. Capabilities. Request identity link. If checked, your extension will allow you viewers to provide their Twitch IDs in addition to the opaque IDs in the JWT. Identity link. Chat capabilities. Select this checkbox if your extension calls send extension chat message. Okay, I think I've seen what this is. I think this is just where you can actually have the extension send messages to chat, which is actually pretty cool because that way you don't actually need to make like a separate bot account or anything. The extension itself can do it, which is pretty sweet. Oh, so make one that looks just like your existing panels but with animations. Yeah, I think that would be sweet. Except we couldn't replace all of our chat panels with that extension. Just because it looks like you can only have a set amount, unfortunately. I would be interested in testing this, like the chat thing. We'll come back and enable that when we get to it, I think. But now I'm just interested in making the MVP, which is just something in the chat that everyone can see. Because I'm kind of curious to see if that will take place straight away. Select how you want to configure extension. Twitch now provides an option to host your configuration for you using configuration service. As previously defined, extensions are front-end iframes. Now you have created your extension and defined the settings, you are ready to create the assets that will live within the iframe. If your extension is intended for mobile devices, you can provide a second front end for those devices. You can use an identical front end for mobile and web if it is responsive enough to render and perform well on both platforms. Otherwise, submit different front ends. On Twitch developer site, you are prompted to submit separate front ends for web and mobile. If you use the same viewer HTML for web and mobile, we enable you to customize behavior, providing query string settings platform equals mobile or web. Due to requirements communicated to us by Apple, extension support on iOS devices is restricted to Apple Developer Program members. Yikes. I don't have an Apple developer account, but I don't have an iOS device either, so actually that's fine. Does that mean that people on iOS, on the Twitch iOS app, won't be able to see the extensions? I guess not. Oof. And Zino, what's up? No, you're not late. I'm just making progress. We're just going through creating the extension. You'll make multiple ones? Oh, I see. Making multiple extensions. I don't know. I guess it's feasible. I don't know if it would be approved. I guess if I was just doing it on my own channel, it would be fine because I could just do it locally, but Twitch probably wouldn't approve multiple of the same extension. If I wanted other people to use it, at least. Extension iframe must import the extension helper JavaScript file created and hosted by Twitch. Okay, I think we'll get to that. Files, version assets, upload versions in assets. Version assets include all the files required to run your extension on Twitch. Hosting your assets on Twitch CDN is key to submitting your extension for a review. It's pretty sweet that you can actually host them directly on Twitch. Testing base URL, viewer panel path, so panel.html, config.html, shown to broadcasters while they're configuring your extension with the extension manager. Oh, so that's its own page as well. Interesting. Live config path. HTML file that will be shown to streamers in the live module of the dashboard. It is used for streamer action taken while the extension is active. Ooh, so this would actually be a panel in the dashboard. I didn't know you could do that. It's pretty sweet. Access. Streamer allow list. Hey, okay, cool. So I can actually just add myself here. And I'm already automatically on the testing account allow list. Cool. What is your extension about? Currently, it's just for learning purposes. We're not making an actual extension, like a public extension. I just want to see what the process is for making one and getting it on the stream. All right, so we've made the extension, we've named it, we've gone through with this, blah blah blah. Now we need the developer rig. This URL has been flagged by Bitly systems as potentially harmful. Okay, that's probably not intended. I think we should just clone the extension from the GitHub directly. The right page? Yeah, it is. Somebody must have just reported it as a troll. Is this the right repo? This is 2 years ago. I guess that's about right. I do know that they were going through a redo on the extension flow. This probably looks right, so we'll just do this. Let's see. Git clone. Okay, we have thing. Now what? Your extensions directory should look something like this. Would you rather? Oh, it's the extension is called Would You Rather. I see. Oh, this is using MongoDB. Interesting. Interesting. Save these files in a local directory. Feel free to open up in a text editor and follow along as we walk through the basic front-end architecture. Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, this should have multiple branches. Yeah. So the actual... Oh wait, did it want us to use step 0? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. This code is intentionally incomplete because of active development steps. Yeah. So if you wanted to actually skip to the last step, you could just skip to the other branches, but we'll go through the steps because I want to obviously make this an active process. The front end is composed of HTML, JS, and CSS. Epic Extension needs to be comprised of at least 2 front-end pages, the viewer and configuration page. The viewer page is what the viewers will see. The configuration is what the broadcaster sees when they're going through the configuration process. Makes sense? Which is a one-time setup when installing the extension on their channel for the first time. There's also an additional front end for the broadcaster's live experience. In our Would You Rather extension, we're going to start with these 3 front ends. Viewer page, live configuration page, configuration page. This is I think the first time setup. This is the panel. What panel is this? I think this must be the live configuration page. Yeah. Viewers submit. Oh no, this is the broadcaster one. This is the one that the broadcaster sees. So they see the questions that are submitted. Okay, that's sweet. Okay, that's cool. And then this is the one that the viewer sees. So they can submit these questions. And then they pop up in the broadcaster view and live real time. That's sweet. Okay. That would be really cool. Like just having that live experience where someone can type something and then it shows up in your dashboard in real time. Each page must load the extension helper library. Okay, sweet. What resources did I learn from? Just like HTML and CSS and stuff. I'd probably say, I don't really remember, honestly. It's just kind of just been a mix of tutorials on the web, to be honest. I would say the Mozilla Developer Network docs are like amazing for learning web development. There's a whole flow here of like where to start if you're a complete beginner or beyond the basics or whatever. It has you covered with all the different parts of where you want to start. So yeah, I would definitely go there and see structuring the web with HTML, styling with CSS, JavaScript, scripting and all that. And then obviously moving into the React, the Ember, the Vue. Svelte is pretty new. I haven't dug too much into that yet, but I hear good things about it. The MDN, yes. Let's see. So, if you look in the file directory, you see that we call viewer page panel HTML. We do this to clarify that there is specifically a panel version of the extension. We could also have another viewer page that supports another overlay type, extension type, such as an overlay. So I guess we would call that overlay HTML, which I guess isn't made because that's not part of this. On the broadcaster side, they choose what extension format they want to activate on their channel. Information is set as a query parameter to the extension window. This concept is called dynamic anchors. Okay, that makes sense. The viewer page. The purpose of the viewer page is, wait, oh no. The purpose of the viewer page is for viewers to engage in a creative process. From the viewer's perspective, they will see this page. So that's viewer. Oh no, that's panel HTML. So it would be, would you rather select A or select B? And this is loading jQuery, ew. Or Twitch. And the Twitch extension, which is needed to, I guess, run this. I wonder if, can we open this panel? We can. It doesn't load any of the styling. Why is that? Hello? I don't know. In panel HTML, we have created a form with select tags to provide two drop-down lists. Through this user interface, the viewer can create their own would you rather dilemma from options provided in drop-down menus. Once clicking submit, the viewer's question will be saved. Okay, so I'm guessing panel HTML, what does this load? Oh, it did say that this was the incomplete demo, so they probably haven't added the other parts in. I guess we'll see that in a second. Because I was kind of curious, there's no like, I can't see that this thing is loading any JavaScript, so I'm nothing actually happens when you click submit. But I guess we'll come to that in a second. Live configuration page. The broadcaster will be able to see the Would You Rather questions coming in live from viewers. Okay. I think let's aim to make this, and then we'll see if we can get this working on the channel, and then that'll be cool to see. Configuration page. This is what they see, so you can choose which questions you want to show. I wonder if this updates live. If you change the configuration, if that changes live in the in this panel. I think everything is meant to be live, so it probably will, but I'm just curious. In config HTML, you will see the basic field set form is already created that allows the broadcaster to see what Would You Rather question options the viewers will be able to select from. Options are defaulted to check, so it's easier for the broadcaster to simply opt out of an option, which is config HTML. Gotcha. Disto, what's up? Hello. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Further consideration. As you can see from the HTML file, we're manually writing these options as individual checkboxes. However, if we wanted to include more options without manually writing them in, we could use a backend service to save the options and just request for them to be shown on page load. Yeah, makes sense. And potentially we could redo all of this with Vue and React if we wanted to take advantage of those frameworks. That would be sweet. Okay. So it's walked us through the file structure and the views. Now that we've set up the basic architecture of an extension, let's explore how different pages interact with each other. The first interaction we're going to look at is the broadcaster configuration page on the viewer page. Specifically, we want to save the broadcaster preferences for what Would You Rather option should be shown to the viewers, and then present those selected options in the panel view. We can use the Twitch provided configuration service to allow broadcasters to customize the extension. Thank you for the quack. Key concept. We can think of the configuration service as a key value pair service for basic data stores by allowing developer to easily read and write to a store. Configuration helps developers because it removes the need for a backend to store persistent per channel and per extension specific information, stores user IDs to call third-party APIs in your backend, enables broadcasters. Okay, that's actually pretty neat. So we don't actually need a backend. We can just use Twitch's own configuration service. I think. I'm kind of curious to see how this is secured though. In the broadcaster's configuration page, we can use jQuery to write a function that will retrieve all the selected options in the field set form. We need to add the following function to config.js. So in config.js, we have window Twitch extension on context, called when context of an extension is fired. Unauthorized callback each time JW2 is fired. So when form is submitted, which I'm guessing is the form from here. So this is the setup form. When that is submitted, for each input that's checked, push that option into the options array. And then I guess here we set Twitch configuration set broadcaster, we send the stringified options. So what is this? Twitch configuration set broadcaster, what is one? Set function, extension helper library. Broadcaster. This property returns the record for the broadcaster segment if one is found, otherwise undefined. Oh, so broadcaster version content. So version, oh, so this must be version. So version 1, and then the content. Oh no, hang on. Segment version. Oh yeah, so it is version. Okay. Configuration segment to set. Oh, that is this. Okay, let's do that. I'm just gonna copy this because it just told us to. Then we need to add the following to, okay, so that's update config. Where are we calling update config? Or is that just a function that's... Oh, here we go. So it is later. So it's unchanged. So configuration unchanged. When the configuration is changed, we check if the configuration is defined, Twitch configuration broadcaster. We pass the configuration, the options. The options equals the config. And we call update. Oh no, update options is configuring the interface. So we actually set the panel view logic. And I think, but wait, where is update config being called again? I can only see one instance of this on the page. So I wonder if that's just a function, like a set function that's called. Key concept. An extension configuration is made up of segments that consist of 3 values: type, extension version, and configuration value. Segment types refer to who can read and write the configurations, and thus can be set to broadcaster, developer, or global. Okay, that makes sense. For this extension, the broadcaster is setting the configuration for version 1 and saving a range of options need to be saved as a string. Thus we need to add the following function to config.js. Okay, so we've done that. It's slightly concerning that like none of this looks like it's saying stringify options, but then where is options coming from? That's not even passed into the function. I guess this is actually got to be all global. I have no idea. I guess we'll see if it works. Maybe this needs to be within this scope. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Okay. The next thing is to render the broadcaster's options in the viewers panel. We can access the configuration information that was set in the previous step through Twitch configuration broadcaster content. However, we should only access this information inside Twitch configuration unchanged when the contents of the broadcaster variable have completely loaded. This unchanged function essentially is called when the configuration is received, which only happens once on extension load. Once you have the contents of your configuration, you can pass values and update the panel view. Add the following function to config.js and viewer.js. So config.js here, and then viewer.js here. On line 11, you can see we're calling a function called update options. This function is going to update the options on the viewer side. We want the extension to be able to save the would-you-rather options that the broadcaster selected in config HTML and provide them to the viewer interface. We need to build some JavaScript logic to take an array and present each item to drop down. Add the following function to CommonJS. Yeah, I don't understand, like, how it knows what options is when that's not even in the function. CommonJS. Now we've set up the configuration service, it's time to test it. If you want to see a completed code at this stage, is available on the step 1 branch. I just want to check if we did it right at least. CommonJS. Okay, it's just that. Viewer.js was this, and then they just pasted that in. Okay. And then the other one was config.js. Wait. In Viewer.js, we didn't find the global var option, so actually this is probably why where it could fail. Did we set that up? We put it in this function in config.js. Did it tell us to do this? I don't think it did. I'm just going to go on the assumption that it didn't, and then if we get an error, we know probably why, because we're supposed to have added this global thing. I think this makes sense because then this is global and we can access it in the other parts. Here's this, and then here's the update config. Okay. Let's move on to locally test your extension. To test the extension, go to the extensions developer console. From there, click manage. You'll be redirected to the same status page we saw tutorial 1. Manage. In local test, all extension files are served from a defined testing base URL, so we need to use a local web server. Node.js. Once you have a server set up, click on the asset hosting tab and edit the testing base URL to match the one from the server URL setup. Okay, we can let's just serve project this way, and we'll just make it localhost 300. Make sure the URL ends with a /. Fine. Here we go. During local test, the assets are served directly from this URL, so you can update your code without resubmitting the extension version. In hosted tests, you can just directly upload your files and test your extension without a local server. However, if you want to change any of your extension version details, let's move back to local test. In hosted tests, assets are hosted by Twitch, are copied to Twitch CDN and served from there. Now we need to enable the configuration service. For testing the extension, go to Config Console Manager and enable configuration services. Go to Capabilities tab. Go to... Hold on. Go to... Wait. Go to configuration service under where? Console manager. Option settings. Definitely don't want to show that. Oh, capabilities. Extension configuration service. Save changes. Wait, what's this? Developer writable channel segment version. If present, the extension will be inactive unless the version string matches this value. Okay, I understand. We can like lock it to a certain version. Traumatizen, what's up? Hey, what's going on? We are currently making a Twitch extension. Just gonna see if we can get the basic one showing and see if that works. Save changes. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Install, configure, and activate your extension. We are ready to see the extension live on Twitch. Go to the status page. Click on view on Twitch and install. Ooh. Hello world, created by the Firewire. This is a description that you can read. How awesome is that? You should activate this extension because I said so. Install. Okay, install. Configure. Hey, it loaded. Except we can't really see it because we're in dark theme right now. Feel free to select a couple of these options and click submit. After doing so, close out this page. Okay, so we're ticking all of the options. Just doing submit. And we close that. Upon closing this windows, we land on the extension page in the dashboard. Yep. Activation. From this dashboard, select Would You Rather extension, click the Activate button, set as panel 1. Add as a new panel. Done. Now it's time to see how the extension acts on the viewer side as a panel. Navigate to your channel, scroll down to the panel section below the video player. You should see the following. Pause myself. Oh, there's the extension. Clicking accept will bring you to the panel that the viewers see that you are live. Would you rather option A or option B? Wait, why didn't it load the options? Very nice. What will this extension do? So right now we're just focusing on making a hello world type thing, so it's not going to do anything apart from the we're just learning. We're not making our own one right now. Maybe we'll get that far, maybe we won't. I'm just kind of curious to see what the like what's involved basically. We're just going with the example stuff. So the example though is basically presenting a would you rather type thing. So you can submit questions and then it will show up in our dashboard in real time, and then we can configure which options we want to show in the the panel. So that'll be pretty neat to see if we can get that working. So is this showing up for other people, or is this only showing for me because I'm running it locally? I'm kind of curious. I don't think I can test it on my phone. Can I? Wait, actually I can go to my channel in incognito. 'Cause Okay, no, it's not showing up. It's just showing locally for me. You botting his own channel? True. Okay. Wait, so if I submit this, will it show up in my thing? Let me check. Manage your chat, monetize your stream. Do I need to, let me refresh this page. No, don't report me. Wait, where do I see the extension, like, doing the stuff? I don't get it. Maybe we haven't got that far yet. Hang on. At this point, we have built a functioning extension that utilizes the configuration service and covered various concepts such as dynamic anchors, lifecycle management, and extension configuration. As you can see, the configuration removes the need for the backend, which enables developers to build simple front-end only extensions that provide unique experiences. Yes. However, in this extension, we are going to set up... Wait. This doesn't actually work yet though, does it? Submit. Let me refresh. It's not showing me the options. Oh, there's our other... This is a summary that you can read. How awesome is that? It's giving us option A and option B, but it's not showing the options. Actually, I think I know why this is. I think it's because we don't have options up in config here. So if I do var options equals that. Now if we go to it, that doesn't. Wait, why? In this screenshot, it shows the options. I don't understand. Hello? Do I need to reinstall? Huh. Let me see. In config.js, we've set options. This all looks right. Like we're missing something. In config.js, we've set options to be an empty array. And then in onChanged, or no, sorry, in submit, we set options to be an empty array again. For each checked one, let's console log the value. Does this update in real time? I have no idea. I feel like this isn't actually doing anything. Let me delete that and reactivate it maybe. Oh, hang on. Let me uninstall it. confused. I am confusion. I feel like at this point, we should at least see the options rendering. Which we're not. I'm gonna uninstall it. Then I'm gonna reinstall it. I'm gonna configure. I'm gonna submit. Oh, I need to actually activate it. Wait, add this new panel. Is this showing? It doesn't look like it. What? It doesn't seem to have worked. I mean, the extension is showing up, but it's not loading the options from the configuration service. Which I feel like it should have. I feel like it's not taking in where did we... Okay. What if we do submit here? It didn't do anything. Did we do this right? I can't even tell. I mean, it says here, next we're going to demonstrate how to integrate the backend service and show the questions the viewer submitted to the broadcaster live. But as far as the basic configuration service goes, clicking into the configuration page and ticking certain options is supposed to have saved these options. It's supposed to have saved this to Twitch. Oh, I'm not even... What did I type? Console log. Submit. This select console log option. It's calling localhost. At the bottom right there, you can see it hits localhost. Big option. Then why is it not showing the options in the actual panel? Oh, it's just reloaded that again. It didn't even save it. Yeah, so it's not actually saving our options. Bruh. I think this isn't maybe this isn't complete. I'm gonna clone step 1 and I'm gonna see if that works. Let me stop. What am I doing? All right, let me just do git checkout step 1. What? Oh, step 1. Git. Let me undo all of this. Okay, so this should be the complete step 1 as per the repository. Now if I go to this serve project, localhost 300, then I go view on Twitch and install. Wait, let me uninstall it and try it again. Install, configure, submit, close, set as panel 1, that reloads. Now it's not loading any options. What's going on? Meh. Do I need to have put my extension ID somewhere, or will it have just already grabbed that from something? I guess it should have grabbed it from the console, from the, yeah. Why is it having a hard time using the extension service? Let me double check that I've set the right path. Is it hosting? Localhost 300. Panel config save. Do I need to have changed that URL anywhere else? Localhost. None of that is okay, that says it's all correct. And I've submitted this. If I untick these and I submit again, does it just kick me back to everything refreshed, or does it actually save it? Okay, it doesn't actually seem like it's saving it. It's so weird. Submit. It is communicating to the GraphQuery API. Which is promising. Then it doesn't seem to reload the same thing that I've just selected. Maybe we should just continue for now and hope that it sorts itself out when we get to the end. It worked. Have I heard the song Hello World by any chance? I think I have. Is that the one that goes Hello World? It's like a little computer dancing, right? It's very cute. Wait, why did this work all of a sudden? But I can't seem to configure it from the extension configuration page. Or is it because I can only test it here? So if I do this, turn every person you look into stone, submit. And then refresh this. I'm confused about how you're supposed to test this. Like, what is causing what to update? So confused. Submit. Can I just spam it? Now that worked. Does it just take a second to update or something? I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, why is it just not updating now? I'm gonna spam it again. Spam, spam, spam. Refresh. Okay, spamming it seems to work for some reason. Okay, well, now we know it works. We just have to spam it. If I just do it twice. Okay, then it shows up. Sweet, okay, so it does work. We just, for some reason, it doesn't seem to update when we send it once, but if we send it like twice quickly, it seems to work. I don't know why. Hopefully that's not the case during actual, when we come out. I mean, it's gonna stay in testing, I guess, so I don't know, whatever. Let's move on. We are in. So we have done that. Now we're on to building the backend. Okay, building backend. Having a backend is important if you want to A, process business logic that shouldn't be exposed on the front end through establishing connections and integrations into other services such as a database. Extension backends can be in any language, use any hosting, utilize any database. In this tutorial, we'll be building a backend to serve the questions the viewer submitted and display them to the broadcaster via the live configuration serve page on the dashboard. In this tutorial, we're going to be using MongoDB, a simple NoSQL database, Mongoose, which is the ORM, Express, Node.js framework, and then the other libraries like BodyParser and JWT and Homebrew, which I'm not 100% familiar with. What is Homebrew? I guess we'll find out. Oh, a quick way to install MongoDB is to use Homebrew. Right. Homebrew is the Mac OS. Oh, Mac thing. What? Why? This is OSism. It's biased. I'm sure we wait. What? That's weird. Anyway, I'm sure if we'll see what it says. Install MongoDB locally. Bruh. It just skipped over, it just says install MongoDB locally. Need to buy a Mac, I guess. Oh yeah, just add that as a like step 0 in this. MongoDB is what I was going to use part of my project eventually. Nice. I can't remember what I'm using MongoDB for. Oh, I'm using it for Rockhart record request system, saving to that. And I just used MongoDB. I think it's, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Atlas or something. It's like a MongoDB as a service. And it has a free tier, which is just like you get a certain number of requests every month, which is like plenty because it's pretty low traffic. I'm not sure. I guess we should follow along with this tutorial because it's the easiest thing to do. MongoDB Chocolatey Windows. I don't think I have Chocolatey installed right now though. Is there a different way I can install it without MongoDB install Windows? I do have Postgres installed. Maybe we could just use Atlas again. I'm kind of curious. I wanted to use, I think using MySQL and Prisma could be a good learning experience, but I wonder if for the sake of this tutorial, we should just install MongoDB. Let's just do that. Hopefully it doesn't make me restart the computer. Current Windows MSI. Have I used Hasura? I have not. GraphQL that works with Postgres MySQL as a backend. No, I haven't heard of it. Sounds interesting though. I've been wanting to give GraphQL a good go. I think that might be one of our other things that we have a look at in the future on the stream, because that could be cool. Alright, that's installing. I wonder if we can just install MongoDB on my web server. Right now, I'm using, well, my server is mostly using MySQL, and then I have a Postgres server database on AWS on RDS. It's a pretty small server. I'm only using it for something which I can't talk about just yet. I guess we could also use RDS. I'm just thinking of scalability if we make an actual extension, because probably using, well, I guess we could use a free thing and then just upgrade it later. I don't know. For the purposes of this test extension, I'm just going to go along with this. Knowing Twitch, this tutorial might be so old that Alice wasn't around by the time he wrote it. It's possibly true. You're not wrong. We also need to install libraries we need. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's do that then. So I'm just gonna make a new folder in the thing, and we're just gonna call it backend. And then we're gonna go npm init npm install express mongoose body parser. What was the other one? JSON web token. Is yes just something that skips? Oh no, it's saved. Well, by default it saves, so that's fine. So, even though we're installing JSON web token library here, we won't be using it until next section. Okay, okay. We provided some of the basic code to set up. Blah blah blah. Okay. Press create app. Up the server. Use body parser. Mongoose. That's all fine. How's it going so far? I've been a little concentrated on camera I'm taking apart. Wow. Taking apart a camera, nice. What kind of camera is it? Like, are you just taking it apart for fun? Or is it like broken and you're trying to fix it? Asahi, what's up? What is today's project? We are making extension. So far with the extension, we managed to get it working. It's showing up. I don't think it's showing up for you people, but it's here. If I go into my thingy, we installed it. And ta-da! Hello world. And then if we go to our configuration, we've got a hello world extension, and I can configure which options I want to show. So one dumb thing is, oh, it's not even loading the same options. I have to like submit twice for it to register. For some reason, it doesn't, not registering properly otherwise. But if I do that, so I've ticked 4 options. So 4 options should appear now. Like that. But watch this. If I just take it down to 1 option, then I click submit. It sends the request, but then when I refresh, it like doesn't show. It's still 4 options, unless I submit it twice quickly. Like, what the heck? I don't get it. Twitch, please. Yeah, now it's gone to 1 option. So that's weird. I don't understand. Like, you have to spam it. I don't know. Maybe it's just something balked with the code. Oh. I can't zoom in because it zooms my chat in. That's annoying. It's a Sony AS7. I need to take apart after a failed repair. Motherboard got fried, but after the swap seemed more than just one component, so it got a little too toasty. Oh no, I'm sorry. It sounds expensive. But I hope you managed to get it working again. That sounds like it sucks. Yes, it is weird. I don't know if it's just the code. Maybe. Let's install MongoDB while we're waiting. Do I need everything? What is miscellaneous tools? Router. Just do complete. Install MongoDB as a service. Sure. Compass. Official graph user interface. Yeah, why not? I feel like I'm going to be using MongoDB in the future anyway, so may as well just install the server. Why not? Let's see. Yeah, so in the code, the permission. It's loading CommonJS and it's loading Viewer.js. It's loading content. Update options is calling. Loading that into the array. I wonder if there's something wrong with this code. Config. It was while setting up to stream with the first time ever, and the power supply died and took the camera with it. Oh no. I've heard so many horror stories about that happening. My cousin's PC had it had a similar thing where his he had a power cut some few weeks after building his first PC, and yeah, it fried some of the components, which was sad. I think now he uses a, what is the thing called? It's like a it's one of those big power. No, it's not a power supply. What is it called? I have one. I bought one off of Amazon when I built my PC. It's a has like a fuse or a failsafe or something that protects the thing when there's like a power cut. I can't remember what it's called though. Yeah, a surge protector. That's right. I was thinking of getting a UPS, but it was kind of overkill. I kind of just needed a surge protector for if the power goes, which it has at previous points in the past. Zoomers these days. Zoomers. Freaking Zoomers. I think it's this. Is this saving function to save streamers? Would you have other options? What if we... Is it jQuery? I feel like jQuery is giving us the issue here. What if I comment this out and I do document query selector form add event listener submit. It is submit, right? Am I going crazy? Shouldn't have searched for that. Yeah, it is. Okay. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up as a thing. Weird. Auto. IntelliSense, even. Options equals empty array. Console log. Trying to submit. Submit. I'm just kind of curious to see if this will... I don't think it's this. Oh, it did save it. Interesting. Oh no, it didn't save it. I don't understand. Wait, I need to do prevent default. I need to know what E is. Trying to submit. Okay. Does that make it show up here is the question. I don't get it. Is this loading my thing? Oh, it is. Interesting. So if I actually take out this and I bring this back, console log value. What if I also call update options after this? I wonder why they've commented that out. Lord, what is up? I thought it was standard practice to always plug your PC in via Surge Protector. Yeah, I feel like just in general, Surge Protectors should just be a thing. Like, just for everything. Me being a budding web dev, I already have a preference to not use submit buttons, instead use buttons to trigger a submit function on there on click. Don't see the point in creating a submit button than preventing default when you could just make a button. That is true. I mean, it depends on, like, I think just natively having a button with a type submit is, like, I think the whole web thing is now that sites are more trending towards single page stuff and like reactive experiences where the page doesn't reload, that's becoming more of the norm. But yeah, definitely in the past when you submit something and then the page changes or you go to the next page, that's still like a used in some places. I guess it just isn't the default at the moment. Yeah, the input type submit. I don't know did I say button type submit? Probably. Okay. Now curious. Oh, needs to do option. But that is working now, I think. Okay, yeah, so it's doing that. And then on our extensions, if we reload, maybe if I reload. Okay, it's showing that. And then I go back to here. And then, yeah, why is it still, like, do I have to spam it still? Yeah, I do. I don't get it. Twitch, what is happening? Is it the prevent default? What if I take this out? Why do I have to press it twice in order for it to save? Submit. Submit. Wait, let me just make 3 of them here. Submit. Yeah, and then it refreshes, which is like, and that's not promising because it hasn't reloaded these same options. Now it doesn't even show up the thing. But then if I do it twice. Okay, wait, so if I do it twice it still does it, but then if I do it once, then it clears it? It's like submitting it once clears it, submitting it twice actually makes it work. That's so weird. As embarrassing as it is, I'm terrible at front-end web. There's no need to be embarrassed. Everyone, you know, starts somewhere. Everyone's, you know, has to learn. Anyone interested in helping me getting a small component to work? It's a jQuery issue, it's mostly coded, cannot figure out what I'm doing wrong. Feel free to, yeah, drop it in chat, and maybe someone can help. If I can help, I'll help. Let us know. We're here to help each other. I'm streaming so you guys can help me, and yeah, we'll figure it out. Let me switch on the light real quick. It's getting dark. I'm wondering if we can just do something weird, like make it submit twice. What if... What if... What if... I'm confused. I don't understand where in the flow this is tripping up, though. It's the problem. Like, is it when we're submitting? If we submit twice... Okay, we have to figure this out, because it's bugging me, and I don't want to really move on until I understand why it's tripping up. So we do, if I set that to be empty, common should be getting options. Trying to update options. So if I load this extension again, it should be saying trying to load options somewhere. Here we go. Trying to update options. Wait, is that what I wrote? Oh yeah, trying to update options. Trying to load options. Options. Should be an empty array. Yes, okay, cool. Now, where is it getting... On context callback is fine. Okay, so let's log context, because this wasn't actually part of the tutorial, but I'm curious to see when this is gonna show. Give me something good. What is context? Oh? Not actually showing. When are you teaching us how to make dynamic overlays like your awesome intro screen? You promised on Twitter. True. Did I? I think I might have suggested maybe making a tutorial series. I think I will do that at some point. I do have a camera now, actually, so I could make that tutorial series. I think what I should do is come up with a basic dynamic overlay. Well, I guess it kind of it depends on what counts as a dynamic overlay, like, or maybe like just pulling in the Twitch title and something super basic that I can make a tutorial series on, because something like the one that I made, it's just got so many moving parts. I feel like the tutorial would just lose a lot of people. I feel like I want to make something that's basic, but that you're able to extend fairly easily if you like dive into the code and add your own stuff. So yes, I definitely need to plan something out that's accessible and doable. So I realized when I was making the subathon, I was trying to turn the subathon widget into a tutorial, but then there was all the extra stuff about like all the different parts that went into it, and it was just turned into a more complicated widget than I thought. Are these overlays done using CSS animations? Yes. Yes. So there's a CSS animation. Well, for my starting soon screen, it's pure CSS animations. It's basically just I've split the letters up into what do you call it? Into like letters, into spans, and then just apply an animation to each span. So that animation for each letter there is just basically a really quick animation that changes the color of each letter, and then I just apply it to each letter, and that's it. And then the other bits like moving the text, that's just changing the position. I just offset them slightly so that they have a little, what do you call it? Like, it looks, so it's not all like moving at the same time. It kind of has like a little space in between. And then, yeah, that's it. For the chat box, I'm using Animate CSS, which is a just a library for just preset animations because it's easier that way. But I guess we could make our own animations. I've kind of been thinking about redoing the chat box at some point in React. Because this one I built in Vue. I've redone it like twice now, in different libraries. So it could be fun to redo it again. I don't know. We'll see. We need the moving parts. What would be awesome is having a little form you can fill in pre-stream, and that becomes an awesome animated overlay. Yes. Ah, that could be interesting as well. There's a awesome project I'm working on at the moment, which I can't really talk about, but hopefully that will be coming out soon. Which is somewhat similar to that. Somewhat. I guess. What is going on here? We've taken so long that the mix ended. Yikes. With that. Right. Common. Is it viewer? Config. Authorize context. Maybe let me try this. Context. 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 Let's see. Here we go. We have context. Game. Is video ad showing false? Language, English, mode viewer, playback mode video, theme dark. Ooh, so you can actually make your extension change like its color or its theme depending on whether the theme is the Twitch theme is light or dark. Curious. Now, I'm trying to figure out why. I wonder if it's to do with me being in Firefox. Is Firefox just blocking something that's running? You know what I also realized? think the reason why it never loads the checkboxes back is because there's no logic to read to check the checkboxes of what's already ticked. And we definitely need to, I feel like I want to save that. So let's try and do that. Vue, React, what's best for your overlays in your opinion? I'm really tempted to start working my own. I could augment my 3D stuff with dynamic coded bits, it would be sweet. So I feel like you would have a blast with, what was that? Oh, help me out. What was Scribs using? I can't remember the name of it, but it's something. It was 3D Canvas. Can't remember. It's like in browser. I can't remember the name of the library though. Why is my mind so blank? Is it? Wait, I can look this up. Oh, it's 3. Yes, 3JS. 3JS. But yes, you can basically import your 3D models into 3JS, like depending on what you're making them from, like Blender or I guess Cinema 4D. You can export to OBJ or whatever format, and then import them into 3JS, and then you can affect the 3JS, like the library, in real time. So that is actually technically possible. I wonder if this will... No, never mind. Where's the examples? Like this. This is all a web page. And yeah, you can just export from your thingy into it loads on the web page. It'll probably load in OBS. It's pretty freaky looking. And so for that, you can probably find libraries that will like integrate those libraries into Vue or React. And maybe you probably don't even need those frameworks, to be honest. Like, I was kind of doing it more as a demo of how it could be used, and like specifically for the chat box. Each message is a component, so it's like a reusable type file, and in that way I can just generate one template and it just applies that template to every message. But you might not need that level of like reusability if you're just making some kind of overlay. So I would definitely start simple, and if you do need the more complex stuff, then Vue or React. I would probably start with Vue just because as a easier entry point, I feel like. And you don't actually even need to install anything. You can just load it as a script, which is pretty sweet. Minecraft. Oh my god. That's sweet. I'm pressing left click to move forward, and then you can press right click to move back. What? That's sweet. Imagine exporting, like, I think you can export from Minecraft into like Blender or something. You could do like a guided tour of your all the awesome stuff you've got on your Minecraft server. That would be sweet. And just in your overlay. You can also do effects on 2D things like PixieJS filters. Yes, PixieJS is also awesome. I use that for
quite a few other things actually that I've made. Actually, I'm using Pixie.js for I have a Spotify somewhere. I don't think, do I have it here? Let me see. Probably not actually, but I made a while ago. We were working on a Spotify overlay for a thing. I don't really use it now because copyright or whatever, but yeah, that was using Pixie.js. I was pretty addicted to using that at one point. The text sources could be dynamically placed in a 3D space. Yes, yeah, that's definitely all possible. You can make your 3D text and then create it programmatically in 3JS, and then import it into your scene. It's basically, yeah, a 3D scene in the browser. I sent you off on a tangent, no worries. This stream is all about tangents. We're fine. What I wanted to do though, so config HTML is basically this, right? This is the chat box. Not the chat box. I've got chat box in my mind now. We have the tick boxes, check boxes, checkbox, chat box, same thing, whatever. And when the thing loads, what we want to do is we want to tick which options have been selected. Because right now, as you can see, we just do this. If I submit this twice, will that actually change on here? I'm curious. I ticked 2. It's the same thing, so it should be the same. It's not. Why is that not working? Because now on here, if I do 2, is that going to... It's still not. Wait, why is that not working now? What did I change? Oh, right, it's not actually... It's not loading the things. I was gonna say, I don't get it. Why? Okay, that's why. I changed one thing, and then it didn't put it back. Okay, yeah, so it's those 2. And then if I change it from here, if I make it 4, and then I load it here. Is it going to be 4? It's not going to be 4. If I submit it twice from here, is it going to be 4? It's the same page, so it should be. No. If I submit it from here twice, is it going to be 4? Probably. No. What? What? I don't get it. I don't get it. If I submit it like really fast, it works. So if I do 1 and I submit it twice really quickly, and then I refresh it again, will it have shown up? No.
I don't get it. So your intro overlay in a Git somewhere for anyone to browse through, or is it kept private, secretive, just asking for no specific reason whatsoever? I think right now it's not public, but when I make my tutorial thing, I'm probably gonna open it up. I don't know. I think it has secrets in it at the moment, which I need to get rid of because they shouldn't be in there. Or I should just remake the Git without them. I have a bad habit. I need to stop doing that. Also, I apologize for the light screen, the white overlay. That's probably super blinding right now. I need to... Okay, what I'm gonna try and do... I don't want any of this. Why is this over here? Oops, I don't know if I should have closed that. Uh-oh, it's fine. Okay, I need to tick, okay. We need to re-tick the options that are loaded when this is changed. So Twitch configuration broadcaster in unchanged. Configuration broadcaster config exists. Update options. Update options is in CommonJS. What if I do update form? Update form. And then this will basically go through each form tick box. Update form, check each checkbox. Load, check each checkbox. So that way, when we click submit, it will reload what should already be ticked. I haven't written any jQuery for ages, so this could be... Wait, so options at this point should be defined. Updating form. Update form with options. Options. And then do update form. This is when config changes, update the panel. The white screen is helping me see the tiny little camera screws I need to fit back in. Oh, okay. That's good then. That is good. Yeah. So when we... Oh no. Because we need it when the page loads, right? When we have options. So where do we actually get our options? We get options here when we pass it back. Hello? Does this not load? Oh, maybe it's here. Here we go. Trying to load options, update form with options. Okay, so we need to actually be ticking only this option. So that is what we want. Okay, I think we're slowly updating this to be correct. Maybe I'll make a pull request to actually update this because it feels like that should have been included. Like when you update the form here, you should tick it, you should press submit. When it refreshes, it should, or when you come back to this page in general, it should just leave which options or maybe this is in the next part of the tutorial, but this would be useful for anyone who doesn't have a, what do you call it? Their own backend, because I kind of just want to only use the configuration service that Twitch provides. Like, obviously having a backend would be useful, and we're going to be diving into that here in a second with MongoDB. Learning how the configuration service works just on its own, I think is also a good idea. So I feel like this tutorial could be a bit more complete, but oh well. Okay, so for each option, we should go input, then it would be value. Wait, so I need to do value equals option check. I think there's a jQuery function called check to check it. Let's see. If I refresh this again, should only check. Oh, actually, hang on. I just realized that everything's gonna start checked. Oh. That's gonna be an issue. Which means we actually do need to iterate through every checkbox. Where is it? Yeah. We iterate through every checkbox. And option is foul. We go this. Val. Wait. jQuery checked. Setting checkbox with the checkbox for jQuery. Oh, it's prop checked. Okay. It would be this prop checked. And then if it's true, we want it to be checked if option equals or if we go if options dot index of option doesn't equal -1. So if it exists in the options that we have, then it should be ticked. Otherwise, it will be false. Hey, there you go. So that is the one that is ticked, which is just that one. So if we do this, and then we go submit, does that... Why does that load that? Oh, Pontus, thank you for the raid. What is up? You were working on software and game development too. Awesome. What were you working on? I appreciate you bringing over the crowd. Hello. Itaro, what's up? Can you be a beta tester for the game? I'm not making a game, but I mean, sure. I'm trying to work out why Twitch is being weird and only updating the configuration when I submit the form twice. Like, why? Twitch, hello? If I refresh this, it will load the correct thing. But when I submit it, it doesn't. So maybe I don't submit it. Maybe I just do E default. Let me do that actually. We already had that, but then I took it out. Ay, ay, ay. By the way, I don't use jQuery. I do not condone using jQuery unless you have to. This is just part of the developer extension rig that I cloned, so it's not my code. Yeah, as a disclaimer. I'm trying to get the basic extension working, and so far it's kind of working, but Twitch is weird, and for some reason when I submit the options, so this is like the view that the streamer gets when they want to configure the extension. So if I do this, so if I want only these 3 options to appear in the extension, I tick them, right? And then I press submit. I just did E default, prevent default, so the page isn't going to refresh, which is good. But if I refresh it now, we've just made it so that it should just load the previous options. It didn't, so it doesn't actually save what I just did. And if I go back to here, instead of the 3 options that we just ticked, it's going to load 4, isn't it? Because it didn't actually save what we wanted. Yes. But then, if I go back to here and I make it 3 options again, and I submit it twice, like double click the submit button, if I refresh this, it did save it. So I have to submit the form twice, like super quickly, in order for it to save, which I don't get. Like, why? I feel like something is janky here. Doesn't really make sense. This is now 3 options, so that did save correctly, but only after I submitted the form twice. Nothing much, a lot of disjointed coding and such. Such is the life of streaming, live streaming coding. We've gone on so many different tangents today already, but it's fine. It's what we do when we code on Twitch. We subject ourselves to this mess. Bug fixes for my chat, mimicking TwitchBot, and planning for a new interactive Twitch idea. Awesome. That's super cool. We spent like the first hour of stream just trying to come up with a Twitch extension idea, because I didn't really have any ideas. But then I realized we're just learning to make a Twitch extension, so we don't actually need any ideas right now. Just trying to get it to work. I either want to make the coffee or clean the office. You don't have to do any of those things. You can just chill out and beta test it. I really want to fix this submit issue. I don't get why it doesn't, like, is it jQuery? I feel like it's jQuery. It doesn't save it. Options, push the options. Wait. You know what it could be? When we submit, Actually, no, it's probably not that. I'm wondering, I think there's a race condition going on here, because when I submit it twice, it's probably... Why is this... I don't get why this why this sample code is so, like, buggy. Did someone test this? Is there any... There are 3 issues. It's a pull request. It took me a while to find a sandbox to use to share my current code for the component I'm working on. Is it okay to share the link? Yes. I don't have any link protection, so you're good. You can just paste it into the chat. The bot uses OpenAI's GPT-3 API to mimic chat. Oh, so you have like a bot that basically generates chat messages from your chat. That's pretty awesome. The idea behind the interactive idea is that Twitch chat could choose the ingredients for a recipe that the bot will generate for me to cook. Oh, sweet. I love the idea of mimicking chat because it reminds me of that subreddit where it's like, what is that subreddit? There's a subreddit where you have bot accounts that generate comments or like pick random comments from those subreddits. And then you have this subreddit, it's like a meta subreddit of every subreddit bot having a conversation with other bots based like with comments from that sub, if that makes sense. And it's just so funny to watch like unfold. Subreddit Simulator, yes, that's it. I didn't realize there was a GP2 version of it, but that's also awesome. I guess it makes sense because Subreddit Simulator would just pick random comments. So I'm guessing Subreddit Simulator GP2 actually generates new comments based on existing comments, which is pretty awesome. Let's see. Traumatizing code sandbox. I'll post a GitHub link for you to... Yeah, sure. I'm curious to see what kind of stuff goes into them. This is loading a traumatizing thing. Let's see if we can help with the jQuery thing. I haven't done jQuery in a while, so I might need to look some stuff up, but maybe we can point you in the right direction. Oh, it's not loading for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you have your HTML. Sweet. I'm not going to get timed out for posting links. No, I don't have any link protection on. You're good. Also, there's the dad bot. I think that's the first time we've seen it today. It's not updating. Odd. Try saving it maybe again. Maybe it didn't update. Sure. Try refreshing. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. This will be used in Streamlabs follower goal. Goal is to have the updated follow count to update the circular progress bar. I'm sure the animation is working. Oh, okay. So this is like the custom CSS for Streamlabs. Gotcha. Seems the preview isn't loading. Let me try refreshing again. This is the GitHub. Ooh, I see. Oh, sweet. There's a lot of pretty awesome functionality you have enabled. I like it. Looks like you have quite a lot of ideas that you're working on too, which is pretty awesome. Did that load the thingy? Doesn't look like it did. I don't know. Maybe should I post this into the oh, maybe it's the CSS that didn't load. Oh, forgot to save all. Okay. Ah, there we go. Sweet. So this is the goal, I guess, right? How do you test this? Left duration, right duration. Set the progress bar by getting its percentage. Is that this? I don't know if that played it. Got it. Oh, okay. I thought it would play the animation. What I tend to do when I'm working on like widgets and stuff is I just run the function locally just to test the animation or whatever. Let me see. Like if I make send. %. Equals 50. And then I run just this. Oh, this file doesn't exist. This thing doesn't exist. Wait, does it? It should. Oh, it's not loading jQuery. Minified. Do. Oh. I copied the wrong thing. Yikes. Hello? So that should be working now. What was the specific issue that you were having? Like, was it just playing the actual animation itself? I can test it on my end if you do have a Streamlabs account. Oh, let me see if I'm logged into Streamlabs. Widgets, Is it follow a goal? Okay, I think I'm logged in. So I should be able to just copy paste this in, I believe. I need to undo the changes that I made. So that would be this. I don't need that anymore. And then the style. I need to make this bigger. Then the script. That should be the goal, right? Is it that it needs to load the progress? Oh, right. I don't need to. Forgot. I don't need this at the top. It needs to load the progress when the thing loads. Is that right? Streamlabs will send over some data once it is notified that a new follower event has occurred. Yep. Oh, I think am I missing the fields? I don't think I knows what left duration is and right duration is because those aren't in here. Should automatically load the progress when the code is loaded, is what you're seeing is what I'm seeing. Do you have the custom fields data? Because I think that's missing. I guess I could just set these to 0 for now. Or I don't know what these are meant to be. Maybe 180? Set one to 0 and I'll set the other to 180. Duration 5. Duration, we'll set those to 5. Set left transform to 0. Oh, wait, no, those are supposed to be. It's being replaced here, okay. I see. I thought these were custom fields. Because this is the same format that would be used here, but it looks like it's replacing it. Text here. Well, what I like to do when I'm first debugging is checking that I'm actually stepping through and checking if I'm getting the code is what I should be getting. So right here we have 0.8, which is what is correct because it says current is 8, target is 10, which is the goal settings that I have at the moment. So we're at 0.8%. Well, 80%. So that's correct. And then it's getting down to here. So if percent is less than 50, so this doesn't really make sense because percent right now is a number based off of 1. It's 1, 0 to 1, it's 0.8. So if you wanted to make this bigger, you would actually need to times this by 100. Let's wrap that around. So we're up to 80 now. So percent is if it's less or equal to 50. So otherwise it would go to here, left transform, replace, left transform 180. So it's replacing these strings, these placeholders with the values. So we can actually console log to check that it's doing that correctly. Oh, I have a habit of doing Control S when I want to. Okay, so it's not replacing those values. Why is it not? Left transform. Replace. Oh, okay, so it's not replacing these values because left transform is actually not being reassigned to what it should be replacing. So it never actually updates the value that it should be at. So now we can see that these values are correct. I don't think this is the right format for rotate though. If this is CSS, I don't know if this is supposed to be CSS. If it should be, then these need to be in parentheses. See. Okay. Yeah, so more like that. And then left element. What is left element? Left element is circular left progress. Circular left progress. So this needs to be separated with spaces because in CSS, if everything is on the same line, it means that it's searching for elements, searching for classes on the same element. So actually without spaces, it would be looking for this. But if you wanted to search for child elements, then you need to put spaces in between them. That should target the elements further down. Let's see. So now let's check that it's actually getting the elements. Left element, right element. Should load those. It is. That's good. Left element. And then left element, animate, transform linear. So wait, what is left element actually meant to be doing? Left element, regress, rotate, transform, rotate. Okay, I see. Oh, you have them split up because... Okay. It's probably easier to just use one element, but I think I see what you're doing. That's why you have it split up into right and left. Okay. Element... If we comment, I don't think I need to do this because Streamlabs editor sucks. Play keyframe is not a function. Oh, this isn't a... Okay, I think I see. But we are using... I can't remember how jQuery animate works. Does this need a separate library? I don't think so. The... I set this to 1. Gotta stop saving. You know, probably the easiest thing to do instead of using jQuery animate is to just do left element style transform equals left transform. Oh, right, because left element isn't a, it's not a, this is a jQuery object. So actually what I should do is, where is the selector? Document query selector. Ooh. I've covered my chat temporarily. Hold on, let me just see if this works. Okay, and then if I do right transform, and then if I do progress, transition, 1 second, or 1 second, ease in out, or, oh, 1 second, no, all 1 second, ease in out. The problem is, wait, can't remember which way. I think it's the property first, isn't it? Oh, this is the bar. Okay. This actually needs to be on this one. And I think it's the property first. The problem is that this is going to animate, and then the other... These need to actually start with a 0 degree transform, otherwise they're not going to animate. Wait, why is it not? Regular. Oh, what if I put these in a set timeout? This is on load, right? So okay, so yeah, the other thing is, yeah, that needs to, unless you made this run a second after the other one has run. I mean, it's not ideal, but with the way the elements are set up at the moment, I think that's probably the only approach. But you know that that transition takes a second to happen. So you know that there's just going to be a slight break, and that's where the easing, that's because the easing is like happening there. But then if I change the goal, if I reset this, I don't know if I can. I can emulate a follow probably though, can't I? Oh, okay, yeah. Let me catch back on chat. Animate it. Yes. You're concerned about the right and left being out of sync. I tried working out a solution for that in jQuery if the percent is less than 50 if statement. Yes, so the only problem is that those will animate independent of each other. But I've offset the left, sorry, to take, or was it the right? Yeah, the right or the left, I can't remember. The second half to happen a second after the first transform, so that at least it doesn't start animating before the other one. The other one does. Oh, okay, using the left and right delay. Gotcha. Well, I know that the first thing happens takes a second to transition, so I can just offset this second one by other thing by a second, and it should work. But yeah, hopefully that put you on the right path. I can paste what I put into the sandbox. I think if I save it, it should save. I don't know. Is this a different link or is this the same link? Oh, it's a different link. It forked it. Okay. Sweet. Well, hopefully that helped. My solution to that was kind of just not using jQuery, just because there was a lot of ways that you can do. Basically, jQuery is built on JavaScript, so anything you can do in jQuery you can already do in normal vanilla JavaScript. But yeah. It's just, there were only just a few things, which was basically just the class selector. So you needed the spaces to actually select the element. And then the CSS value for the transform needed the brackets, the parentheses, sorry. And then assigning the value here when you're replacing, because it doesn't change the value in place. But I think that was about it. No worries. Hopefully that helped. Where was the GPT in this? I think I was curious about where that was. Did I save it? I should have. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it's saved on my side. If I save all, where is that? Where is save all? Hamburger menu in the top left. Oh, right. Let me know if that worked. Okay. Trying to get this to work. I think we're slowly I think I understand what's going on. I think this is a race condition. So when we submit the form, what we should do I do this, return true. So I make this 1 and submit. And I refresh. Did that save? Didn't. But if I do this and I submit twice, you see it now? Awesome. It did save. Now, what if I just make this always, I'm worried. I don't get this. So on config, I have the input type submit. Oh, on click this runs update config. It is a race condition. It has to be. Look. We're submitting. It on click it runs update config, but then it's also trying to do this form submit at the same time. What we should be doing is not dividing up the functionality like this, because basically the form submit and the Twitch configuration set is happening separately. Traumatizing, thank you so much for the bits. You didn't have to do that. It's very kind of you. But thank you. I hope it helped. Wow. Can't think of what I wanted to say now. But yes, look, there's a race condition here going on with update config. Basically, we're trying to send the options value to Twitch, and we're also racing up against submitting the form at the same time. This doesn't really make sense at all. What we should be doing is not doing on click config. We should just submit the form, and we should update options, and then we should submit options. So we want our functionality in one place. So now if I tick these 3 and press submit, and then I reload, is it still 3 ticked? It is. If I make this 4, and then I refresh this, I swear if this works. It worked. This is why. Twitch. What the heck? Why is this the official code? I mean, I probably should have seen it quicker, but still, why is that like? Yeah, that's kind of weird. Should we submit a PR for that? I mean, granted, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just like you kind of expect just the sample code to work. Although I say submit a PR, but there's already PRs on that thing, and they've not been accepted since for over a year. now, so. I probably haven't looked at it since they first posted it. That's annoying. Like, that's just wasted so much time. I mean, I probably should have tried to find that function quicker, but it's just like, why? It's just weird stuff like that. Anyway, that works. I don't know if it should be updating in real time. Should this be updating in real time? On the viewer side, we have on changed. When the config changes, update the panel. So if let me update the configuration. If I do this, do we get a notification? No. I don't know if if this is supposed to be live. Whatever. I'm ready to move on. I understand the flow. We're not going to be using the same code. That code is jank. We'll make our own code. Yeah. Whatever. All right. We provided some of the basic code. Okay. Where is the backend starter code? Is it live config? Oh, it's backend JS. Here we go. So importing the libraries, starting the server, app listening. Okay, start the server. That's fine. Use the body parser library. Body parser JSON. Okay, so this is actually deprecated now, I believe. Yeah, that's why it's crossed out. It should be it's on Express, I believe. So this is outdated. Where is it? Express. I can't remember what the actual body parser deprecated. It's like on Express JSON. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Express. I can type JSON. Body parser is now part of Express. As of 2014. Oh, right. Okay. That makes sense. Connect to Mongoose on line 24. We connect to Mongoose using connect. We need to actually, do we need to make our thing? New connection. Oh, this is Compass. We actually want MongoDB. Mongo. Oh, I don't have it. How do I actually make a service? MongoDB. Creating a model.
Yes, this is all fine. This is basically just our database. Now, I'm curious about the live code up until this point is available on the step 2 branch. See, I don't want to switch branches now because we've changed how this works. I'm just gonna probably read through the rest. I don't know if we'll implement it. But I'm curious about where the live config stuff happens, because be able to see. Once the broadcaster clicks this button, oh, the broadcaster has to load. It doesn't like update in real time. Click to see the question submitted. Okay, I was thinking it was going to update in real time. You have to actually click it. Okay, I mean, that's kind of a good compromise, because persistent connections scalably can be tricky. If you're doing it for just yourself, and that's easy, just use Socket.io. But if you're doing it for like potentially a lot of users, then creating a server that can handle all of those connections reliably could be tricky. And that's from experience with Triggerfire. There are a lot of users, and creating a socket connection for every user is pretty difficult. See. We've connected to Mongoose. We have a question, which is the model, which is option A and option B. We're doing cause stuff here. And then, so this saves it to the database, right? Oh no, it's gonna make us do that. Let's check out step 2, which is backend. Root. No shameless self-promotion commands. True, I should do that. You know what I was planning on doing? Adding my channel to the Triggerfire website, so that if you're on the website, it will say that I'm live. I actually read of someone who had a pretty high traffic channel, like a pretty high traffic website for streamers, and they added their channel to the website, and because people were on the website, they would click into the channel, and their channel basically exploded in views because it was there. I was kind of curious to see what would happen if I did that. Like, a subtle way to do it would just be like a live indicator on the side that would say, hey, I'm live, I'm the creator, you should check out my channel. Probably an even sneakier way would be to actually load the stream on the website as an embed. That would probably, I don't know if views would count from that, but I have a sneaking suspicion that would. Did you get more questions about TF Live? True, I would. People who
have questions like about what they're doing would come to the channel. That could be annoying as well. It shouldn't work anymore. Yeah, I don't think it does. I mean, still people would come in, and so definitely views from that would probably, it would still probably go up from just people coming in, but external views I don't think would count. Scribs gets a fair amount of view count from being featured on the front page. True. Yeah. This is the post route. So post route question, create a new instance of the model we've created and pass the user input. Save function takes a JSON object, stores it in the database. Mongoose returns a promise. So that's fine. But the payload, so the authorization is automatically sent on the request. The payload contains a channel ID and an opaque user ID. We then create a new question from our opaque user ID, and then we save data. I like how it goes step 1, step 2, step 4, step 3. Nice. They rectified that indirect view count back in 2019. Okay. Yeah, I think they were doing something about that. They changed something to do with embeds as well. Like you have to be... I don't know what it was about embeds. Might have been something... Like, I know there's like this purple screen of death that shows up, and it's like, you have to go view this stream on Twitch. Which doesn't really make sense, because an embed is supposed to show Twitch content outside of Twitch. Weird. Okay. I think all of this stuff is self-explanatory. It's basically just connecting to an external database, creating a server, creating an endpoint, and then posting a question. So in step 2, now when you submit something on the panel, it will be in Viewer.js. Where is it? Is it in common? No, was it in... Where would this be? Oh, this is step 1. I meant step 2. Viewer. There we go. So it's doing an Ajax call, and it's sending it over to question. So when we send it over to question, we also include the token. We automatically get the token from when the JWT is fired. When we post it to this endpoint, it stores the question in the database. And then when we call in the live config, where is it? Where is live config now? It disappeared. Maybe it's on the master branch now. What? This code base is all over the place. Everything is just... I don't get it. I think it was part of the adpocalypse to force people to see more ads. I think ad blockers were spoofing embeds to dodge ads before then. Oh. Okay. Yeah. The adpocalypse is still pretty rampant. Is it backend? I don't know, but it saves the question, and then somewhere we call we get questions. Add this method to the backend JS. I wonder if they did that. It should be a get. Where is the get? It's the post. Yeah. This tutorial code isn't even complete. This is the final step, but there's no get. Is it in master? No. Okay, we just have to take their word for it then. So on the server, you add the get endpoint, and that just gets the questions from Mongoose. And send back the point. Code until this point is available in the step 2 branch. That's a lie. Not. Seems they've given up on the non-intrusive banner ads they were trying out already. I never even saw those. I don't know if I just wasn't frequenting the right channels, but I did see that they were testing it. Is fire triggered? That's an amazing pun, like trigger fire. Yes. I'm not triggered as much as just disappointed. Okay, so this is the last part of the tutorial series, which is the JWT, which we've kind of already saw already. JWTs are basically web tokens signed and kept as a JSON. Well, it's a string that is signed, is a signed object that is turned into a string, which is the JWT. So using that, we can sign it using the secret, the extension secret, which we're not supposed to show. That should be kept on the server. And that basically just verifies the request has come from a valid request that the user has done on a Twitch extension. So let's see. When the extension is loaded into the browser, a signed JWT is provided to the front-end iframe through the extension helpers library unauthorized callback function. When the extension's front end is communicated with the backend, the token is sent and verified using the extension's shared secret. This is to help prevent malicious users from directly calling the backend. Yep, that makes sense. So we get the token in here, unauthorized, JWT's backend. So we can pass this token to our backend. So basically the extension gives us a token to verify that. And then we can use that token, we can verify the token is correct using the secret. Which should be, where is the secret? Status? No. Extension settings. There it is. I can create multiple secrets. Okay, that's good. Frederick, what is up? Oh, that is for our Spotify playlist. I don't have that active at the moment, but yeah, that would normally show a link to our playlist, Twitch playlist, which was just a random assortment of stuff that people would submit. Pretty funny. When the backend needs to call a Twitch API, it must generate sign and include a JW2 in the header. By signing your own token with the shared secret, which can authenticate that API request is in fact coming from your backend. Okay, so we can actually just use the extension token the extension secret to generate the bearer token authentication. Adding authorization, that's easy. doing that already. JWT secret. Once the secret is sent to the backend, next step is verifying. We do this by using a shared secret. Each extension maintains a shared secret that is used to sign tokens that validates the identity of users. The extension secret is basic SQL encoded and provided to you by Extension Manager. What's this? I've been here a while, just listening to music while I'm programming. Nice. Air programming through Twitch for the win. Under copy the key provided. Yes. Insert your extension secret here. Verify the JWT. In the backend, we need to verify the JWT and save the JWT's decoded content. Verify and decode. Starts with bearer prefix. And then we verify it using the secret. Okay. So now we have payload. Although it's not doing anything with payload. Navigate to your creator dashboard and go to the extension panel. Oh, it's not under quick actions. Extensions. Wait, how do I see, click on the drop down menu, activated. That's the configuration. Oh, is it because I don't have a live config page? Let me add that. Live configuration path is not set, so I need to actually enable that, I think. Version details? No. Maybe it's extension settings. No. Access? No. Where was it? Oh, here it is. Oh, this needs to be live config. Now, I wonder if this will show up now. Do I need to install it again? Maybe. So with the JWT token, can you actually see who is viewing the panel? Say something like hello world, Kiso or something? Yes. So it's not going to give the name, but we can look up the name using the ID. So you're given the channel ID, I believe. Where is it? Where is the decoded part? Oh, I forgot. It's not actually in the code because it says it's in. It's not. You get. Where is it? Verify and decode. It gives you the channel ID, the user ID, and the oh, it's in here. Here we go. Wait, where did I see the code? Well, I guess here. It gives you the JWT contains properties such as channel ID and expiration date. So yeah, you get the channel ID and then you could look up the Twitch user using the ID. I'm going to uninstall the Twitch extension. I'm going to reinstall it. Manage. View on Twitch and install. Install. Bigger. Show these 4. And if I go here, it should show that 4. Oh, I didn't add it to the thing yet. I keep forgetting to do that. Set as panel 1. Ooh, loaded right away. That's cool. Nice. And then, now how do I... see the options? Stream Manager? Ooh, yes, I see it under Stream Manager. Ta-da, there's our thing. So it doesn't actually show the action itself, but it does appear as a pop-up. Which is neat. Like here. So if I click that, it does load up. Sweet. I think I'm almost there. I got my React Dev build connected to my Heroku server. Nice. So that's the socket, right? You have the socket running on the server, and now you have your React front end connected to the socket. Pretty exciting. Nice. Okay, well, honestly, I think we've gone through the entire flow, and I'm pretty satisfied with how it works. Obviously, I think it's probably a bit too late to start on actually making an extension now, but we do have the flow, which is good. But I think we'll save creating the actual thing for next week. It'll be exciting to actually go through this and properly make our own thing, because we'll start with a fresh code base. We'll use this as a reference, but we're not actually going to use the code because it's old and jank. And maybe we'll come up with like a template repository that we can just quickly build future extensions off of as well, so we don't have to rely on this base. I think that will also be good, because I don't want to have to go through this code base again and try and work out why stuff isn't working. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to do that and actually have the extension working. And yeah, I think we'll make a Hello World 2 and we'll just create it based off of that. After I watched a few vids on use state and use effect, I think I understand this walkthrough a bit more. Use effect was a bit tricky because the language they use is confusing. Yeah, I understand that. It's weird how it's like referring to side effects, but sometimes what you're doing isn't necessarily a side effect. So it can be confusing. But once you understand like when use effect is being called and like what kind of life cycle function that's referring to, like when in your code that's being invoked, then that's where it becomes handy. I think that's, yeah, generally
what's useful about those hooks is knowing when they're executed, because sometimes you need code to execute as like once only when your app starts, and then sometimes you need it to execute when a certain variable is changed and stuff like that, and those is when it comes in handy. New boilerplate for a Twitch extension could be a pretty good way to bring traffic. Yeah, I feel like that would, not necessarily for even for other people, just for myself, having to save myself from this. But if it helps others, that's also a bonus. All right, I need to go get food now. A pretty big craving for food, so I'm gonna start heading off. But had a lot of fun with this. It's been good to finally dive into making a an extension, and I think I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to do something next week. Go get food or wait. I'm probably gonna get food, and after that I'm just gonna be calmed out, so yeah. But I'll be back next week. Probably Saturday. Usually stream on weekends now. I'm pretty good at keeping a consistent weekend schedule, which is good. I kind of want to do more during the week, but we'll have to see. I'll try and come up with some better ideas. Maybe I'll work a bit of this off stream, or maybe I'll keep it all on stream. Actually, yeah, I want to keep it all on stream because that way I can kind of share the journey with you guys, and we can kind of learn together. I'm just glad that we managed to get at least the basic thing working, which is good. Can you send me the Spotify playlist? I am using the Grand Sound by Wall and Kit. Yeah. They basically have a lot of like deep house and progressive house mixes, which is super helpful. They saved my dissertation for sure, because it's just really good focus music, I find. That's the one that's playing at the moment. And the one that was playing before that was this one. Oh, no, that's the same one. Ignore that. What was playing before that? I don't know. It was a different mix. I can't link though. Totes, traumatizing. Thank you again for the bits. Frederick Esau, thank you for dropping in. And anyone else still lurking, have a lovely rest of your evening. And I will catch you soon. Let's see if there's anyone on that I can just say hi to. You know what? Time Muffin has raided me a few times in the past, and I feel guilty that I've not been able to say hi back to him, so I'm gonna go say hi to him. He is a muffin. Not a real muffin. He's playing Tales of Arise. Alright. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one. And I will chat with you soon. Peace.